Hi guys, good evening. My name is Ramu. So today, I thought like probably I can share some of my knowledge on XPath, Selenium XPaths with you. Karthik should be joining in some time, but I guess we can get started. All right. Let me share my screen. Guys, am I audible? Could you please confirm? Okay, thanks. Okay. Okay, I've shared my screen. And team, I have unmuted you all as well. So if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer. You can see my screen, right? Could someone speak up, please? Hello.
Yes, Ramu. Yes. Can see.
Oh, okay. Thanks, guys. Yeah. Okay. Right. I believe Karthik might have given you the cover the basics on Selenium, right? Selenium, and so probably we can go in detail about the different examples of XPath. Like how do we identify an XPath, and like what are the different ways through which we can uncover XPaths of the element. Right. So basically, the XPaths are XML paths that will allow us to scan an web page. A web page is made of elements, right? Attributes and elements. And using XPaths, I can locate any element and perform any action on it. So, for example, if there is a search box, it will be having a tag name, right? So, XPath will allow me to identify the tag name and you do any click act, for example, a click action or sending a text and so on. So this is the syntax for an XPath. So the tag name / tag name and the square braces and what is the attribute that we are trying to identify and what is the value of that attribute. So to give an example, let me go to we'll take YouTube today since that is a very common site, right? So it will be easy for you guys to work as well. So in YouTube, I'll go to inspect mode. Okay, right. So before we get started on XPath, we need the Chrome Path plugin, and we are using Chrome browser, right, for most of our testing. So ensure you install this Chrome Path plugin. It will be available in your Chrome web store. Right. So let me just. Oops. Search Chrome Path. Right. So just ensure you have installed this Chrome Path plugin. We will need this when you're working with XPaths. It will make our job a lot easier. So let me bring this to you. Okay. Right. So once you have Chrome Path and in your console mode, you should be able to click on this arrow and select Chrome Path option here. So this will easily like display like what is the XPath for any element that you are trying to scan. So say for example, I want to know what is the XPath of this search bar, right? So I'm clicking on this select an element option, go in there, clicking on it, and immediately you can see that all the XPaths are coming here. and the properties, right? It could be the relative, CSS, absolute. So what is then absolute or relative XPath? So absolute XPath, it starts with a single slash. Team, before I continue, how aware are you about XPaths? I mean, you guys have any idea about it? Have you worked on it?
No.
Okay, so most of you are new to XPath, I believe, right? All right. Um, okay, so there are two types of XPaths, right? So you might have seen some videos, or you would have known like there's we call it the absolute XPath or the relative XPath. Are there any questions? Okay, fine.
Yes, could you please
And
explain again how you have identified the XPath on the YouTube? You know, if you could go over that example again after you downloaded the plugin.
sure. You just enable the plugin and just go to the site, any site. Go to right click inspect mode. You can see this
Okay.
option, right? As soon as I do right click, I get an inspect,
Yes.
and then come to the right corner. You should be able to see this arrow, double arrow.
Yes.
Click on that. At the bottom, you should find the CrowPath, the plugin which you would have added.
Okay. So once a plugin is loaded, it kind of displays over there. Okay.
Right.
And what
Right.
have you done with the search? You was trying to show us an example. That's where I kind of was a bit confused.
Right. So basically, the all the web pages are made up of elements, right? So this is an element, this is an element, everything is an element in a web page, right? And
Sure.
I'm trying to identify the element for this search bar. So how do I do that? Either I can do a right click inspect here, or I can click on this select an element icon, this arrow, the square, right? Just click
Yeah.
on this and just take to whichever element you want to click. So it would be the search bar. So in this case, I'm trying to click identify the element of this search. So I'm doing a click there, and immediately you see that the page is navigated to that particular HTML,
Yes.
right? So these are the properties of the search element basically. So it will have a tag, right? So the starting letter word you see here is a tag, and since this is, we are inputting something, right? It's a text that you're going to type, so it's an input tag which has an unique ID called search, and there are other properties. But we will predominantly focus on these critical properties that help me identify the element. So in this case, it is the input tag and the ID, which is most probably unique. So if you quickly go through this, right, you can identify some unique properties. So I have the ID tag. I mean, the tag is input. The property one is ID, and then another property is name, which is a value called search query. I have and the another attribute called type, which is of having a value called text, and then we have another attribute called placeholder, which is a value called search. So all these attribute values help me identify this search bar, which is of input tag.
Thank you.
Yeah, right. So before I give an example, let's understand what is the difference between an absolute and relative XPath. So absolute XPath helps me to identify the element starting from the node position. So when I say look up for the search bar, what absolute will give me is it will go all the way up to the HTML. It will say start with HTML, then the head, then the body. So if you see here, this is the HTML, right? And once I load the CrowPath, right, if you click on this edit icon, it will give you the complete XPath, whatever you're trying to identify. So in this case, if you look at the absolute XPath, it starts from the HTML, right? So it says starts with HTML, go to the body, and then come to the YTD tag, and so on, all the way down to where I'm trying to get my final XPath, which is the search bar, right?
So it's
Let me put this
basically
in.
absolute XPath is basically going from start of the page, you're saying?
Yep, all the way from the hierarchy, at the top of the hierarchy of the HTML structure.
And it ends wherever the page ends.
Wherever your element ends, whichever element you are trying to look up. So in this case,
Okay.
we are trying to look up an input element, right? So it ends up at the input element. So this
Okay.
is absolute. right? And the relative is, it will directly end up in my XPath which I'm trying to locate. So if I click on the relative XPath, you can see that, right? Input ID equal to search. So here the tag is the input tag. So where is my syntax? So this is the syntax, right? So the tag name is input, and then I have open braces at the attribute. So in this case, the attribute is ID, which is could be an unique property, and the value is search, right? So we can have n number of relative XPaths like this. So again, we have another example, right? Div is the input tag, class is the attribute, and the value is logo icon container. So in this case, I am trying to look up this icon. So let me click it and show it for you. So if you see, right, it is having a div tag, and the attribute is ID, the value is logo icon container. So as soon as I click on here, okay, so you see that even when I do a relative XPath, I mean when I click on the relative XPath option, it still shows me the previous parent as well, because it's trying to uniquely identify this particular value. So let's see if I remove that immediate parent, is it able to identify? Okay, so I'm just passing the tag, attribute, and value. See, there are two matches, right? So to uniquely identify the value, it's trying to take the immediate parent. So in this case, the immediate parent is that A class or this YTT top.
Excuse me, Ramu, this is Jyoti. Where
Hi,
you're
Jyoti.
selecting like relative XPath or like absolute XPath in the crow path, where are you selecting that?
So let me close this and sorry.
And
I'll do
also,
a right click and
sorry,
yeah.
go ahead.
Okay, right click in path, click on the crow path option and select this element option. Click on whichever option you're trying to spy. So in this case, this image. And as soon as I click on that, you see that there are different XPaths loading up here, right? Relative,
Right.
CSS, absolute, everything.
Oh,
and
okay.
to each of these,
Okay.
I have the edit icon, right?
Okay. Got it.
Okay, so as soon as I click on it, it will show me that unique relative XPath. If
Then
I do
you
an
can copy it from there.
yeah. So and even if I go to, as soon as I click on this, the cursor will come to the end of this value which you have selected. If I do an enter, I should get then one element matching option. So that is the indication you are uniquely able to identify that element, which will help me to automate it.
Can you repeat the last sentence what you said?
I mean, so as soon as I click on this edit icon, the XPath comes up in this bar, right? Search bar.
Right.
And then just do an enter. So once I do an enter, you see one element matching option just below.
Okay, got it.
This is the most important criteria, guys. So unless you get this one element matching, we cannot automate that element. It has to be uniquely identified using a attribute value.
Okay, at least we know that with that path, only one element is there in that web page.
Matching, right? And you can go ahead and automate it in Selenium, right? So
okay,
say for example, I just.
So is it possible for you to?
Sorry, go ahead. So what I'm saying, it's possible sometimes, I guess, like with some of the when we are trying to automate, there are I'm trying to do something, but like I take X path and it doesn't do what I'm trying to do. So in that case, it might not be uniquely identifying that element. So in that case, like will it say two elements matching, something like that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So
And
say
then
for example,
I would be able to know like what are those two elements in the web page that particular path is referring to?
yes, you can do that. We'll see that. We'll see that one by one. All right.
Okay.
My only intention is I don't want to complicate the session, guys. So since it's the first session, I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible.
Okay. Right. Thanks.
Ramu, is it okay for you to open any other website other than YouTube, because your navigation is way too fast in order to process the information? because
maybe you can take something like Google or something which is little simpler.
yeah, so because
Okay,
you know you're clicking on multiple things, so we don't know. I mean, I'm not able to get. I don't know about the class, but
okay,
Yeah, same
sure. So
with
let,
us as
Elements
well.
in the
So
page,
it will be
little
easy
simpler.
for us to navigate and understand what you are doing. This is Neha. And I have just a question regarding that. So once you click on one element, so if you have to select the other one, so you have to open the browser again, or you can select something else, like getting the XPath for any other element.
no, you can just click on this icon. Just click on this icon, and then click, you automatically see that it has become in this mode, right? Where it's highlighting wherever I'm navigating. So just take the cursor wherever you want to identify the element and just click on it.
Okay, if you click on that and then you select anything on the crow path, or it will select by itself. It will pop up your XPath and everything by itself.
So again, I go to this. Yes, in the console mode. So just enter the source is open. So there are two ways. Either I can click on this select an, as you see, right, select an element in the page to inspect it. So just click on this option, and then whichever element you want to inspect, just go there. So say if I want to inspect the images, I'll just go there, click on it, and automatically you can see that it is highlighting the that exact XPath in the console.
so but how
Again,
do we
let me
get?
try something else.
But on the Chrome
Say
path,
this
it doesn't
Google.
show the XPath there, does it? How you enter
No,
it, or you just select it? Select it and then enter it.
it is. I just
You just select it.
let's try a second. Say I
Yeah.
want to identify the XPath of this search bar. So I'll just come here, click on selected it. You see the cursor has automatically become. Sorry,
I'm losing your voice,
am I too
honestly.
fast? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Oh, I see. Because it is highlighting, right? So that is the reason. Okay, let me do it this way. Just go to the element whichever you want to identify the element, right? The XPath. So in this case, if I want to do this, click on that element, do a right click, inspect.
Can you show that in the crow path, the tool you downloaded, the same?
Yeah,
But how
because
did
it
he get?
doesn't show. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
How did he get
Immediately
element
it will identify
matching
the
the?
element. This element.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
now
but the small
it doesn't show that one element selected.
Okay, so let me come here. As I do the experiment, right? Okay, so for that option, as soon as you see this value generated here, click on the edit icon next to relative XPath.
Okay.
The crow
Right.
path
So
is
I'm
always
clicking on the
showing
relative
the.
XPath. The edit. This is the edit icon basically.
So
Okay.
Ramu, one quick question. So the crow path is always showing
Yeah, go ahead.
whatever is highlighted uh, in the like HTML code. Is that right?
Right. Okay. So let's take 3-4 example, guys. So I'll again start again. So I have my web
Yeah,
page.
and
First
please go
thing, just
one
do a
at a
right click.
time, because you're clicking at so many places that we are not able to capture it.
Okay.
Yeah, so just
Okay. I'm
tell
sorry.
one
Right.
thing at a time so that we know it's new for us. So that's why.
Absolutely right. So now my intention is I'm trying to identify the XPath of this search bar, and then this Google search, and then maybe this any of these links. Okay. So this link. So I'll show you these three. Let's start with the search bar. So first requirement is do a right click anywhere in the page. Either you can do click on the actual option or just do a right click in the page. Click on inspect. Ensure you have the crow path option displayed. And now we will start. So I'll click on this select an element in the page to inspect it. You see that it highlights, right? As soon as I take the cursor, it tries to highlight. So I'll go to the element which I want to inspect. In this case, the search bar. You see that it's still highlighting the exact location. Click on it. As soon as you click on it, you see here it has highlighted a specific tag within the element, right? Which is for this particular search. And if I come to my right, you see that I have all the XPaths, right? So let me click on the edit icon to the left of relative XPath. So this is a unique XPath. So as soon as I click on it, the cursor will come to this particular search bar //body/2. Just do an enter. You should get one element matching.
So where
This
did
is
he do the
unique.
enter?
Just do an enter in your keyboard. See, as soon as I do this edit icon, the cursor automatically goes to that particular search bar you see in the screen //body.
Yes.
So the cursor is already present in that. So just as soon as you do an enter, it will find the matching element.
Okay, now we got it. Thank you.
Yeah. So let's see another example. Select an element. Say Google search. So you see that right at the bottom, it is highlighting this particular section for that element. And I go to my right, I have my relative XPath. Click on this edit icon. Immediately my cursor is in that search bar. Just do an enter. It will find a matching element. Let's take one more. Let's say this Hindi link.
Ramu.
You see, right? Yeah.
So yesterday I was
Yeah.
trying, honestly, I was trying to automate a little bit this Google page. I was having a tough time, like, finding this I'm feeling lucky, because whenever I like try to go on that, it kind of like, it's a different element. It's, rotates with different modes of the, possible modes. So, and it doesn't recognize whenever I use that XPath, like, so can you show me that one time? I didn't have this ProPath at that time, but I was trying with like, HTML code, but it didn't work clicking on that I'm feeling lucky. So is there any way, can you show me that, finding the XPath for that?
Sure. So I'll just clear this field. Let's click on this icon again. I'm just clicking this. So you can see that immediately it has loaded up the XPath to my right side. Just come here, click on the this edit icon to the left of relative XPath. So you can use any of these options given, but XPath is what I predominantly use, relative XPath, that uniquely identifies any value. So as soon as you click on it, you see that right, it has identified the XPath. Just do an enter. It's matching. Or okay, guys, I would suggest let's not complicate, right? Don't worry too much about CrowPath. So let's delete this value. Why don't we write our own XPath? So let's try to investigate this hierarchy, and let's try to write. So say I want to write the relative XPath for this I'm feeling lucky option. So as soon as I click on this, you see right there is this highlighted section in the structure. It has an input tag class. Yeah. So let's read that. So I understand that there is.
Sorry to interrupt you, Ramu. Is this session is getting recorded just in case, like, if you want to refer again, just curious.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, I'm recording it, right?
Okay.
Let me comment as well. Yeah, it's getting recorded, yes. Okay. Right. So now I'm going to write the XPath on my own now. So I understand this is of an input tag. Okay, right? As you see here, it's an input tag, and it's having so many attributes like class, value, name, type, etc. Now let's try to write the XPath. So let me take a notepad. So as you saw in the documentation, right? This is the syntax. It should start with a double slash, since we are trying to identify the relative XPath. So let me put a double slash. I'll go to my page again, and the tag is of input, as you see, right? It's an input tag. So let me copy that. The tag is always going to be unique, right? And then the syntax is to open a square brace, open square brace, close square brace. So if you want to see the syntax, let me show the syntax again. / the tag name, open square brace, at attribute equal to single quote value, close single quote, and close the square bracket. Okay, so I have identified my tag now. The next step is to identify the attribute value. So for the attribute, I need to use the at notation, at attribute. So let's go back to the application again. I'm having so many attributes. Let's try to pick one which could be unique. So either I can go with this value, right? I can use a class, but I don't know if it's going to be a unique value. There could be multiple classes with this value. but probably the value could be unique since I don't see this text anywhere else in the page. Or I can also use this name attribute or this type attribute with value submit, right? So let's try this value attribute. So I'll just copy the attribute name, put it here, equal to single quote, and copy paste the value. What is the value? In this case, the value is I'm feeling lucky. Copy this, put the value, close. So now I have created my relative XPath by reading the element structure. So let's copy this. Go back to my relative XPath location. Click inside this search bar, paste whatever value you wrote. So you see, right, it's showing in red. So that there is something missing in this element that I created now. So if I do an enter, you see, right, there are 10 elements matching. That is the reason it's showing in red color. So clearly this particular value attribute alone is not uniquely able to identify this I am feeling lucky element. So what can I do? I need to further add more attributes which probably will help me to identify this uniquely. So this is my first step. Now I'm going to add another value like this. How can I do that? I'll use a word called and, right? So let me use the word and add another attribute. So let's try to pick another attribute. What shall we do? We can use a username or type. So let me try to use a type attribute, maybe at type equals open quote. The value of this type attribute is submit. Copy that, put it, close. Now let's try to see if it's identifying uniquely. Still you see that there are 10 elements matching. Are you with me, guys, so far?
Yes.
All right, so again we see that it is not uniquely able to identify. So let me try to add one more. I don't know what is that unique attribute. I'm just trying to identify that.
So we can add
Okay.
as much as we can till the time we get the unique
Yes.
one. Okay.
Yes, usually you will get in one attribute, but just for your understanding, I've taken this example. So
But
usually most cases yeah, right.
if we put the
So
whole list as an XPath, will it work with the and everything?
absolutely.
Just
So
have to
you can
put
see right here. Yeah, so it's showing in red because it's saying there are 10 elements matching. It's not saying the relative XPath is wrong. It is just saying I'm not able to identify your particular button uniquely. There are 10 matches. So I'm trying to filter it down. So let's try one more button. Okay, now there are 3 attributes. Let me try this. Let me still there are 10 matches. Let me give me a minute, guys. Okay, so let me try adding this class. Now I have added 3 attributes. Let me finally try this class. Maybe this could be the unique value. And class is the attribute, right? Okay, equals single quote, sorry, and class equals single quote, double quote. Always copy paste the values, guys. Never try to type it to avoid any spelling mistakes. This is case sensitive as well, so always ensure you copy paste the values correctly. Okay, so as you see, guys, I have tried 4 attributes, right? And even after using 4 attributes, it's not able to uniquely identify. So probably what I will need to do is I will need to go to the parent. Just I need to come from the parent value like center, and then go to this. So I don't want to complicate. Let's try to see something else simpler. Okay, now let's try this. I'm trying to identify the search bar. So let me type it / I know the input tag, open square, close square brackets. I'm using I'm using that symbol before the attribute. And what attribute can I pick? I can pick the title, right? Title seems to be unique. TFT at title equals single quote, double quote, and the value is search. Copy the value, put it here. Okay, still I see that there are 10 matches. So the reason being there are multiple tags in this page, guys. So the only way we can uniquely identify is by going through the hierarchy. So I need to identify the parent of this class. So in this case, it could be the div class, controller, style, right? So that is the reason I didn't want to take this application, because it was going through multiple parent child, and that is a bit complex. So if you see here, right? So this is uniquely identifying what the actual probe path is given me. So it has started from the body, and then it has taken the div tag, and it's going all the way down to the. So let's not take this side case. It's let me try something else. Okay, anyone. All right, I think this should be much simpler now. All right. Let's assume I want to say, what can I use? Okay, conductors or FAQs, right? I want to uniquely identify this FAQs. Spy this particular value. Okay. Now, as you see, right, it is having at href. It's a link basically, with which is having a text called FAQs. So let me type it // the tag is a, right? As you see, it's a. So type / the a tag, open square brackets, at attribute. What is the attribute I can use? I have two attributes. One is the text called FAQs, or otherwise I can see the href link, right? We have something called href. So let me try with href equals #FAQ. Again, there are 10 matches. So let me use a text. So we have this text, right? FAQs. So let me try using the text tag. For text, we don't need that attribute. I can directly type text. Text. This is a syntax for text, guys. Open, close flower brackets, equals, single quote, FAQs. Again, there are multiple matches. / text equals FAQs.
Where, Ramu, can I pause you for a second? Where you're getting this the text, where you're, how you come up with that?
Okay, so see, as soon as I click on this contact us, you see this highlighted line.
Right.
So there you see the A tag.
Right.
You see the A tag, right? So this is the tag that I'm using, and you see two attributes, right? href and this is the text basically. Yeah. So this is the attribute called href, and this is the text which I can use.
Right.
So which is what I'm trying to write. So // or so if you see here.
Can you show me your syntax one more time for this? You had a, I think, Word document. I think. Okay, tag name, attribute value. Okay, okay. Thank you.
So which is what I'm trying to do. Okay. So now you see that, right? Contact, right? So // A tag, it says contains text, and what is the text? Contact us. So for that, I'm getting one match. So let's see, since it's just to a contains, right? I'm not doing a direct match. Let me remove this us. There are two matches. So only if I give the complete value, it is able to uniquely identify. All right. Let's try something else.
Actually, like previously also, it is like the FAQ. I mean, it will work actually. Like I mean, you have put the wrong slash, I guess, previously. Can you try once?
Right. Yeah, sure. So / A tag. Let's try let's try with the text first. Text equals single quote, double quote, FAQs. All right, guys, you're right. And then let me try the other tag as well. So href, let me try this href. Href equal to, what is this value? #FAQ. Okay, why is it not finding? Let me see, guys. Hey, href #FAQ. It seems to be fine. Right, guys. So as you see, right, some tags helps us to identify the element, some don't allow. Href, I have no idea why it's not allowing this #FAQ. So let me go back to my contains. since that seems to be working for me. So contains.
Ramu, I have one question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like when we are inserting the element, so it's
Yeah.
giving us the relative X path and the absolute X path. So why can't we copy the relative X path? Why do we have to uh, write in the search bar and then try to do the enter and then look for like one element matching?
Okay,
Is it not the
good
same
question.
what is going in the relative X path?
Very good question. So let me click on this. Right. So in this case, it is straightforward given me contains text, right? Yeah. So this is very straightforward. If it's as straightforward as this, not an issue. But let's go back to my Google now. So when I was trying to let me take YouTube itself. Okay. In YouTube, there are many cases where it was not giving me the direct value which I'm trying to find. So let's see. I'm just trying to give you an example, guys. Give me a minute. Right. So if it's as straightforward as this, right? So in a lot of cases, what happens is, okay, let me take an example, right? What about this ID formatted string? Okay, this is straightforward as well. Okay, so if it's pretty straightforward like this, we can always use it, guys. So because when I was working on it, right, I found that it was not giving me the straightforward match like this. It was trying to take from the parent. It was taking from the previous tag and then slashing /div and li, and then finally it came down to my actual tag. And I always prefer to have something simple like this.
Okay, so
So
we
the
actually
relative
get to know that this
XPath directly gives you a
the
simple.
given X path is sorry.
Yes, this is definitely valid. So this value is definitely valid. Just
So
ensure
where
it
do
is
you,
as simple as possible.
so where
I
do you
mean,
find
that is
the
my
content
perspective.
text? Where do you
Yeah.
find text, content text?
So,
Where do you find content text?
contains text.
Yeah.
This
Means
is the
can
syntax. Yeah. So
yeah, syntax, but
okay.
where is the inside the below the element
Okay.
HR?
Element. Okay. 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 So let me go back to the element. You see this tag, right? The parent is li class and the child is /a.
Yeah.
And contact us, and you see this value right between the a tags, contact us.
Yes.
So when you have something like this between two tags, that is called the text. So I can identify the text using contains.
Okay. Okay.
So either I can use contains or even directly text I can type. So let me try that. I'm removing the contains. I'm saying text equal to. That should also work. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, guys. All right. So where was I? I think I completely lost track. Okay, let's go back. Okay, so yeah, so this was the example I wanted to start with. So we can use the text option. This is a very common example of XPath that we use to find the element, right? So this is the DOM structure. So let me go back to, I think you already saw text, right? So let me try something else in the same page, maybe a login. So you see, right? It is a tag which is having a link, and then the text is login. So I have two attributes here. Either I can use the text or the href. So let's try both. Already okay, right? You see, right? The XPath is there. I just clicked on it. Edit button has come up, and when I enter, it's matching. So this is the most direct XPath using the text option. Say if I want to use a href, let me try that as well. So I'll just copy it here. Now I'm going to try my own XPath using another attribute. So let me delete these values. Okay, so it's href, right? So a at href equals, I need to copy paste this value. Can I copy paste this value? Right, guys. So even this is working. So let me put it here. So the same element, there are two different attributes. That helps me uniquely identify. So I can also modify this as using AND, right? So I can say there are three. Okay, let me write it down. So this is the first option, right? Option 1 is like this. Option 2 using another attribute called href, or option 3 I can even combine both. So let me try that. Tim, could you please go on mute if you're not talking? I can say and just add this as well. Just a minute, guys. Umesh, could you please go on mute?
Yes.
Okay. Right. So I can even combine both these attributes. Right. So I'm just saying /a contains and okay. Now I just combine both these attributes. Let me try if it works. I don't know whether it will work. So there are 10 matches, right? So there is something wrong because it's individually it's highlighting, but when I'm doing a double, it says not found. Let me try to find what is that I'm missing. Okay. I think maybe this is the issue. //a login contains. Okay, guys, I think this should the syntax was wrong. So let me cut this. It contains text of logins. Let me put it this way. Okay, I'm just passing the two values next to each other. // it's not even slash. Right. Okay. So since there are this, we are identifying two elements from the same tag. It is not allowing to enter the tag name. So this is good. So just do a //a, pass the first attribute, close the brace, open the brace again, pass the second attribute. So this seems to be working. So in this way, I can even combine two attributes from the same tag, href, text, or whatever. Right. Any other questions, team? Okay. So let me go back to my document.
Sorry to interrupt
Yeah.
you. If you can go
Mhm.
back to the notepad, last time you put the and you didn't put the whole of it. Maybe that's why it was not identifying when you were doing on the Google search.
No, that is Google search was having multiple matches even with so let me try that as well. Okay.
Because here you are not writing and you gave it into the brackets. That's why.
And
Just
should also
curious.
okay.
Maybe it could.
Okay. And
Last time wrong slash actually. That's the thing because always showing 10, I guess.
Okay.
okay. Okay. So okay. Let me try what she's asking. So I'm feeling lucky, right? This is what we tried. So let's try to identify the XPath. Here the reason is it is not able to uniquely identify this value. Even with all these attributes, it is not able to identify this uniquely. So it was asking for a parent match, any previous parent. So let me try to put the values and show you. Where is this? So input, right? So let's try it again. Sorry. // input. Let's start with the class. At class equals. So this is the first attribute. Second attribute, I can use value. At value equals, right? So let me try whether this works first. See, so that was not the problem. Even with all these attributes, it's not able to identify uniquely. So I will have to come from a previous parent node, like how you see here, right? It is coming all the way from body div tag, and then the subsequent center tag, and then finally the input tag. Because there are so many links within Google, right? So I think that is why it is not uniquely identifying. So
Raghu,
it
what
purely
about,
depends on the.
excuse me, Raghu, what about label?
Where is label? You mean this one?
Yeah,
All right,
I'm feeling
let me
lucky.
try. Let's see. Let me see. ARALABEL. All right. Slash. Sorry. The tag is input. Input tag. Open braces. Attribute equals single close double quotes. So this is the reason I asked you to write it, guys. You see, right? So I can quickly go and do this edit option, but I will never learn how to write an XPath. So that is the reason I always prefer to write it down. Someone is asking. So the more you keep writing it, right, you will get to know the XPath better. Still 10 matches. It's not able to identify. So in this case, the only way is to come from the hierarchy. Parent 1, then parent 2, then the child div center. That is what you're seeing in the actual XPath. So what will happen is probably I will just take this value and pass it in my Selenium test cases, since I am not able to identify with the straightforward attribute. All right. Okay, guys. Okay, let's go back to the document, guys. I wanted to cover at least some of these examples, right? So we saw text, right? Or we saw text already. We saw contains as well, right? So let's go back to YouTube. Right. So I want to say identify. Click on the subscriptions option, right? And for that, the tag is so spy on it. Click on subscriptions. As you see, right, the input tag is YT formatted string, and then I have this text called subscriptions. So which is what I have just written it down here as well. So let me copy that. So the star, right, team, since we are trying to locate with the text, it is not necessary that you have to mention the input tag. So even with just it says, it doesn't matter what is the tag. I just want to locate the element which is having the text so and so. You see, right? It's saying contains text of subscriptions. Okay. Now the challenge is, you guys see, right? There are two matches. Somebody was asking me, like, right? Yeah. So how, where to locate this two occurrences? Just copy this value, click inside this element node, do a control F. You should get a search bar like this. Paste whatever value you are trying to locate, or whatever tag. I mean, copy this tag, put it. It should show where is the occurrence happening. You see, right? Occurrence 1,
So
and then occurrence 2.
One was the icon next to it, and the next one was the actual text, right?
Right, exactly. So what I need to do is I need to uniquely identify this value. So whichever I'm trying to see. So let's compare both. Formatted string ID, guide section, classes, YTD section, renderer, and the first one is class title. The input tag looks the same, the ID looks the same, the class looks the same. So I'm just trying to see if there is any unique value between the two, any difference. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. So I'm just manually going through the complete structure. So format string classes title. The second one is also okay. So what I can do is, in this case, I can try passing the tag, guys. So let me try passing the tag. So what is the tag? Formatted string. Okay, let's close this. Copy the string and put it in my. Let's remove the star. Where is this? I will just remove the star and put the actual class name, actual tag name. Okay, again there are two matches, so the tag name is common. So let's try to see what is the class. Maybe let's try passing the class. Class equal to where am I? Okay, let me combine this contains text and at class equals. Okay, now you see, right, it's identifying the first match. So when I just tried the text alone, it was having two matches, but when I just added another attribute, it was able to uniquely identify the value. So using this value, I can automate this particular step, clicking on subscriptions.
Can you show your the XPath you created?
Yeah. So earlier I had only till text. It was giving two matches, so I just added one more attribute.
Do you mind putting like this notepad little up so that we can see the HTML to the notepad, how it is working?
Okay. Yeah, sure. Okay. Can you see now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. First I tried the contains, then I added another attribute.
Then you have taken a class.
Yeah.
Equal to. So the contains text always uses the like what is we are seeing visually on the web page. Is that right?
Yes.
Like
Yes.
I know
Definitely.
it does has the subscriptions in the HTML tag also, and that's what
Yes.
I'm looking in the web page also. So contains text, you're always using those.
This value, right? Yeah, between the tags, between two tags, right? And we can do it in any order. Same tag, I can just write the first one. Not necessarily contains has to come first. I can replace it as well. So let me try that. I can put this value first. There's no specific sequence as such. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. A class equal to and right. Okay. So I'm just saying first the at class attribute and then adding the at contains text. So let's try this as well. Right, same match. Okay. So this is the reason, guys. So I request you guys to always, at least the first few weeks, write down your XPath, write on your own, and then identify it. Don't try to use from the relative. Just don't click on your. It's the more you write down these, do a trial and error, the more you will learn. You will get to know the syntax. Right. Okay. No. Any other questions so far? Okay. Questions. I'm just checking, guys, if anyone has any questions.
So this using contains goes usually with. Can you go your notes little up? I just want to recollect one more time. Sorry.
You mean this document or the notepad?
The document. So.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just coming. We have multiple such examples. Then we have called starts with.
Okay.
So we can pass the starting text.
Okay, so first you explained until contains, right? As of now.
Yeah.
For the
Right.
this goes only with the
Yes. XPath, yeah. We are completely looking at XPaths only.
Basically, instead of taking from the the tool or we are writing our own based on the HTML
Exactly.
seeing.
Absolutely. And that is my intention as well. I could easily ask you, told you to just click on this and copy it, but that doesn't help in your learning, right? So the more you write on your own, the more you will learn.
Okay.
There is also another way to copy the XPath. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Can you give us an example like you used contains? Like when do we use these examples? Like you have gone over two methods right now. One is contains, and I think the first one was the subscription that you went over. Text. Yeah. When do we
The
use
text.
using text and when do we use contains?
Okay. So when I'm using the text attribute, it has to be the direct match. So I cannot say sign, just sign alone. I need to give the complete value. But if I'm using the contains text, it is not necessary I have to give them entire value. I can, maybe leave few words, or it could be a partial match. That is the idea. So see, if I have removed that a few words, right? So let me try to copy this. So if it says
So for
unique,
text,
so
for text you have to completely type in a sign in, and
yes,
contains you're saying it's partial words or something like that.
yes, for dynamic elements,
Yeah, dynamic elements.
yeah. Say if some values matching, changing every day, right? So in that case you can use it. But as you see, right, if I remove these couple of words, it's finding two matches because there is one more tag with subscriptions. So I will just pass it the exact value. All right. Subscriptions. All right, guys.
Thank you.
Let me. Okay, what else? Let's go to the next one. Starts with. So this is another attribute, right? As the name suggests, I'm trying to identify a text using the starting few words if I know them. So let me copy this, and I'm trying to click on this library. So I'm just giving. I'm not bothered about the tag, right? So I'm just focused on the text. I'm giving // star starts with text lib. So it is able to find the match, right? So let me try to. If I give say lib1. It shouldn't because there is no lib1, right? So let me delete that value, RA or Y. I can either give the value, right?
Hey,
Yeah. So, all right, guys. Guys, if you're not speaking, please go on mute. Tamkunath, kindly mute yourself. Okay, thanks. Yeah. All right, guys. So starts with, I think this is pretty straightforward, right? You just give the starts with a few words. And we already saw the and structure, right? So I can combine two properties. So what is this? This is YouTube Premium. So
Ramu,
is
I
there
have a question. All these you are telling us, it starts with XPath only, like starts with and like using and. These are all are used with XPath only?
yes, experts. Yes, because Karthik conveyed the session is purely for experts.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. So I mean, are you referring to about other locators like ID, partial text, and so on?
Yeah, because the ones that you are telling, it's all XPath. So it's better to
XPath.
use XPath only, or it can be used some other as well.
You can use other locators as well. They are called locators basically. So let me
Okay.
just show you a small example. Yeah. Locators XPath. What are the locators? There are like multiple locators, but predominantly we use XPath because most of the pages that you automate, they are like dynamic ones, and it's better to use XPaths, which are like useful for identifying these dynamic elements. Most of the elements will be dynamic. So if you're using an ID, right? ID is a locator. So I cannot use any, say if the text is changing every day. For example, the subscriptions which we saw, right? Say tomorrow it changes to some other value, and in that case I cannot use an ID, or I will need to keep changing the ID every time. But when I use an XPath, I can handle such dynamic elements.
Okay. So most of them are dynamic
Yes,
dynamic elements.
lot of them will be dynamic elements.
Okay.
So that is the reason for going for XPath, right? So
All right.
yeah. So So probably we can have another session if required for other locators as well. But this session, let's focus purely on XPath. All right, where am I? Okay, sorry. Let me close this. Is it okay so far, guys? Am I loading you too much, or is it getting too complex? So it's good. Few of you are asking questions, but generally, team, just ping your feedback as well. Is it okay so far?
Yes, it is okay. I mean, yeah. Good.
Okay. Yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah, we are
All
able to
right. Thank you.
understand. Yeah.
All right, guys. Yeah. Okay. Thanks. Okay. So now it's getting a little bit complex. So we are going to see further subsequent attributes as well. Like basically dealing with the siblings. So basically navigating between different tags. Right? So to give an example, I'm trying to click on some link based on the position of this link. I'm not sure if we should see this today itself. Do you guys want to practice what we saw today so far? Or
Yeah,
the
maybe
next ones are
that would be better, I guess, because
better, guys. Yeah.
I think there
Yeah.
will be confusion
Yeah,
as to when we do it, we'll get an idea.
yeah, at
Sure,
least
guys.
we'll be
Sure.
able to run it and see how it works. So if there will be any problem,
Exactly.
we can talk about it.
Yeah. Sure. So probably maybe tomorrow we can go through the subsequent ones, right? So I mean they're not complex, but compared to the ones we saw, a little bit. So needs some kind of analysis. So I'll share you this document. Just go through this and try to work on these experts, basic ones.
So can you share the video also, please? The recording.
Sure. That needs to be uploaded. Let me check with Karthik and I will upload it. Yes.
And you'll be putting this in the Google Drive, this XPath one.
It's already there.
It's
You
already
need the okay. Let me try it. Get link. I'll share you the link.
Yeah, please put it in the chat so we can do it.
Okay. Okay, guys. Right. Yeah, yes, guys. But the idea is right. I mean, as someone was asking, you can always click on this relative XPath. You can easily copy paste, but try not to do that at least till you get comfortable with it. Always write down your XPath. Take a notepad first, write it down, to copy it, put it in the search bar, and unless you see this one element matching, do not go to automate it. So this is the first criteria. You should always get one element matching. After that, you can go to your Selenium, right? So let me try to put this in my series. So now that I have one element matching, I can go to my Selenium, right, and I can just directly paste this value. So let me try to. So I have just written the basic steps, right? Chrome driver, and I'm passing the URL. Now let's say I want to click on this. What is this value I'm trying to click? Subscriptions. I want to click on subscriptions. So all I need to do is find element by dot XPath. Just pass whatever value you copied, as simple as it, and then do a dot click, right? So this is I'm trying to do a click option. So let me go. I'm not able to see it, guys. Give me a minute. Dot click, right? As simple as that. Now if I run this, hopefully it should click on that subscriptions. It should launch a browser, navigate to YouTube, and click whatever I'm trying to do. Right, so just click on the subscriptions. Okay. So
Ramu, I have a question on this. On line 14, it's written throws AWT exception. What does that mean?
no, sorry, you can ignore that. I was trying some other code, so as part of that I had included that. So just let's not worry about it.
Sure.
Okay.
So Ramu, I have I wanted to show you my script of yesterday's assignment. I'm getting some errors. Is this something you could look into?
J, is it about the JUnit?
Yes.
Um, I think let's stick to XPath, guys. I would like you guys to focus on XPath. So is it okay if we can maybe see tomorrow? Yeah, because I need to leave now, so it's good. I have some other work. So
Sure.
So I'll check it tomorrow. Yeah. So let's close this XPath and then we definitely will go back to gym. I don't want to deviate. So let's close this completely. And probably tomorrow, I think Karthik should be there, so we can reach out to him as well.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah.
Ramu, in the CROPath, how do you get that number of elements? I'm not able to get it. The number of repetitive elements.
Which one?
Yeah, the one that you got below, one element matching. I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to do that on my end, but I'm not getting that number of elements matching. If I do Control F, I'm able to get it by the other way around. But this particular thing, how do you get it?
Okay, let's see your screen. I mean, it's been all my screen, right? Let's see one of your screens. This is Umesh, right?
This is Nasser.
Sorry. Okay, let me make you the presenter, Nasser. No.
Do you see that?
Just a minute, Nasser. Yeah, now you're the presenter. Please share your screen. Let's see that. Can you share your screen? Okay. Okay. All right, Nasir, before we even start, right, it would be nice if you bring down the element to the bottom of the screen rather than the side by side. Just go to the top. You see that element console sources network, right? At the top, still go to the top. I want this entire section at the bottom. Just a little bit above, next to network. You see the network, right? Sources network, that arrow, that menu to your left, little bit left. Little bit to your left, between network and that red icon. To your left, still to your left, still, yeah. Now just click there and drag it to the bottom. Is it moving down? Okay, let's do this. You see the three dots? Can you click on the three dots at the right, top right corner? You see the third option? Split view, yeah. Okay. So, and can you please close the last section at the bottom? I don't think we need that. I see some things which are not required. Close it. Let's open it again. Close it. Right click, inspect element. Inspect. Okay. Now this looks much better, right? It's easier to work with. So preferably, team, keep your the element console at the bottom. It's easier to work with, right? Now click on the arrow, double arrow icon at the bottom, and select. I don't know whether you have installed XPath. Okay, good. Just click on XPath. Right, guys. So this is the prerequisite, guys. Before you start even finding XPath, you should be in this screen. Okay. Now go ahead. Yeah. So you're trying to. Can you speak up? I can't hear you. Just explain me what you're trying to do. Hello. I don't hear you. Everyone is unmuted, right? Can you hear me? I don't hear.
Sure, you have to talk.
Okay. No, because I was expecting you to explain the scenario. So, could you tell me what you're trying to click on? Which element or link are you trying to click? Guys, I don't hear anything. Is this Zaid, right? Who's this?
No, this is Nasser. Nasser screen.
Yeah, Nasser, please talk to me. Tell me what you're trying to click.
I think he clicked the the Google icon or something, and
Okay.
looks like,
Right.
and he
Okay, just
looks like, I guess he looks like we wanted to get this X path from the core path, and he probably instead of enter, he might have said, I guess, F5 or something. He could not see the matching. I guess that's what I understood when he spoke. I don't know whether it's right or not.
but why is he not speaking up? Is there I'm not sure if there's an issue with the audio.
Could be.
Maybe he needs to enter, like I think you were saying, once you select, you have to click enter, then it shows how many matches.
Yeah, just click inside. Just click inside the search bar and enter it. Yeah, enter. Just place the cursor inside. Yeah, just do an enter. Yeah, I can see an element matching.
I think he has some audio issue, Nasser, I guess.
Okay. All right, guys. So let me probably we can catch up tomorrow as well on that. Yeah.
Hello, can I share my screen?
Okay, this is okay. Umesh, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, make presenter. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, guys, I don't know most of your names, so if I get it wrong, please excuse me.
I think you wanted to see the expert, not our.
All right.
right?
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Fine, Umesh. Let me see if I can help you. What is the error? What is the issue? Click on the error. It is not properly used. I'm not. I need to go through this, guys. It would be nice if we can stick to expert, please. I really feel let's close expert, please. Yeah.
Actually, I think double quotes he put inside the expert there, I guess.
What is the issue in expert, Umesh? First thing, please bring down, as I said, right? Bring down the element console to your bottom. Okay, just drag the elements console to your bottom. Okay.
Click the 3 dot and option 3. It will
Umesh, you can hear me, right? Can you please speak up? I can see that you're unmuted. Unmute, sorry. Umesh, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, please go.
How can I put it in the bottom?
Okay, just go to the 3 dots, right? Like I was saying, go to the right corner, you see the 3 dots.
Right corner here?
Yeah, just come to your right, you see that the settings icon and the 3 dots, right?
the top corner. On the top
corner, yeah. Top, yeah.
This one?
And at the top,
all the way top.
All the way, yeah. You see the network performance tab, right? The menu next to the right corner of that menu.
This one?
No, just go to the top now. Leave the taskbar. Just go to the top of your screen.
Top of our screen?
Yeah.
This one?
No, just below that. Just below.
This one?
To your right. Yeah. Keep going to your right. Still to your right. You see 3 dots.
Yeah, 3 dots. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. The third option. Split view.
This
Third
one?
option. Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Third one. Right.
Okay. Thank you.
All
No,
right. So Can you click on that? I still don't see. Can you please click on it? Okay. Yeah. And close the bottom console. What's new? That is not required. To your right. To your right.
Okay.
Just come down. Come down. No, just close this. Just close this console.
Okay.
Close it and again do a right click inspect.
Okay.
Close this console view completely.
Okay. Console.
To your right. To your right. In the middle of the screen, you have the X icon. Yeah. Close it.
This one.
Yes. Close it.
Okay.
All right. And go to a little bit to the middle of the screen. You have another X icon, right? In the middle of this, just a little bit above. No, just close it. I'm saying don't try to align it. Just close it and open again. You see another X mark, right? Just go. Yeah, close it. Please close it. Now do a right click inspect. Okay. Now go to the crop. Open your crop path. Have you installed crop path?
Which one? Crop
path. Yeah.
Crop path.
Click the double arrow on the
double arrow.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Come down. You see the double arrow, right? In the middle of your screen, right side.
This one? Middle of this?
You see those. You see the styles, computer layout, event listeners, DOM breakpoints, properties menu.
This one, style. This one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So where I have to go down?
Ramu?
Yeah. Go ahead, please.
Sorry to interrupt, but you are not teaching anything else, right? Like, after. So I just want to log off. I just want to make sure that you're not teaching anything.
Yeah. I think we have covered a lot, guys. So let's continue tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay, then see you tomorrow. Okay.
Where I have to click element style?
Right. So now you see the double arrow, right? Properties, next to properties.
Next to properties. Okay. Here properties, double arrow.
Click on that. So here you will get an option for crop path once you install that plugin.
Oh, plugin. How to install that plugin? Okay.
I pinged you the link, right? Go to your Chrome store and search for crop path.
Oh, okay. Without plugin, I cannot do that.
No, you will not be able to see the XPaths, relative XPaths or whatever.
Oh, okay.
So that is a prerequisite.
Download my plugin.
Hi.
No,
Hey,
my
Ramo. Ramo.
Yeah.
I would already download here.
He already closed it. I mean, if he right click there, he would have an option to choose the XPath, right?
We can do that as well, but that won't give you the exact XPath most of the time. It will show you like parent-child hierarchy.
Right. I mean, if you right click okay, and either
you can do that as well. Yeah.
Okay.
So
we can do that as well.
Here and plugin.
Chrome, just type crop path.
Okay.
Install that. I mean, just search for crop path. Yeah, just search crop path. No.
Okay. How to go back?
Just go back. Just search crop path. Nothing else. Just go.
This one I have to click on? I have to click on this one or no? Hello?
Hello. Yeah.
Able to hear.
Type crop path.
Type crop path. Okay.
Can you hear me now? Hello?
Yeah, now I can hear
Yeah.
you. CrowPath. Yeah, install CrowPath, right?
Okay. No need to
No?
install, just type CrowPath, that's it. Umesh, can you please follow my instructions? Just type CrowPath.
Yeah, just
Yes,
I type
enter.
And now?
Enter, search it. So you see CrowPath, Chrome Web Store. Yeah.
Yeah. So add to Chrome.
Add it. Yes. Okay. Now it's added. Now if you go back to that your original page and refresh it, you should be able to see this option.
Okay.
The page where you're trying to spy or like whatever.
Okay.
So just refresh this page.
Okay.
And if you click on the double arrow that we saw in the middle of the
Yeah.
screen, yeah. Just
Okay. This one?
I think you need to relaunch Chrome browser.
Oh, relaunch. Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, let's close everything and open Chrome again, or open
Okay.
Chrome new Chrome.
Okay.
No, I mean close the browser and open again,
Okay. Close the browser.
or open a new browser.
Okay. Now I have to my website, right?
No, you have to open a new instance of a browser, Umesh. You are
Okay.
just refreshing.
Open again new Chrome.
Yes.
Okay.
Umesh, you're not getting the point. I said open a new instance of Chrome browser, not refresh or navigate to it. Just
Okay.
close everything, please. Yeah.
Now what I have to do? This one?
Umesh, could you just close everything, please? Just close
Okay.
everything. Yeah.
Okay. Close this one too.
Can I just close all the things? I mean, all the tabs and open it again.
Okay.
Umesh, just close on the X mark. Close the entire instance of your Chrome.
Oh, enter Chrome. Okay.
Yes, that's what I said. Relaunch your Chrome. Yeah. Now please open Chrome.
Okay. 1 minute.
Okay. Now go to any website. Open Element Console mode and see if you have the CrowPath display.
Okay. Kayak.
Any website. Yeah.
Okay.
Right click, inspect element.
Okay.
Click on the double arrow.
Okay.
You see CrowPath.
Yes.
Yeah. So now you are
Okay.
good to go.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you so much.
All right, guys. Anyone else? Any other questions? All right, team. Yeah, I think we can finish the session.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye-bye.